This is a two-story underground rock and steel reinforced concrete house. The pre-existing rocks form almost 3 walls of the house. 1-foot high clerestory windows span the entire length of the south-facing walls. A rock chimney with concrete cap exhausts smoke from a wood-burning stove located beneath the chimney in the living room. Concrete steps lead down from the parking area to the entrance. There is the upper balcony, which leads from the living room. The front courtyard slopes down a path which leads down the hill. All of the vegetation is natural and takes care of itself, except that I trim the roof once a year. I chose this location because of a naturally occurring spring for a water source. I made the house underground so that the water can flow by gravity down to the house and then on down the hill. Like the house, the walls of the 3,000-gallon cistern are formed by existing rocks, with the exception of this concrete end wall, and it has steel reinforced concrete top. It is 35 feet long by around 2.5 feet wide, and is 10.5 feet deep at the deepest end. It also has a concrete floor. Spring source. I lived by myself for 8.5 years while I built this house. I dug the cistern by hand. I used two 1.25-inch plastic pipes to siphon water over the rock ledge down to the house. In the background, you can see the walls that are going to be the house. Those rocks were tall enough to give me walls for an upstairs and a downstairs. The trees and dirt had to be removed. It wasn't just dirt. There were a lot of rocks. I used all those rocks and some more to build the house. I put rocks under the floor and outside the walls instead of gravel to drain water down the hill. Gravel cost money, the rocks were free. I decided that I wanted a pool with air flowing through the rocks under it to act as a cheap air conditioner. That was a mistake. It was not cheap, and that humidity source did not go well with an underground house. Concrete forms for the middle floor and the roof were supported by posts that I cut from the road that I had to build in here. Steel reinforcing I learned on the job, as well as how to build concrete steps. The rocks came from the surrounding woods, mostly from above the house, since I had to move them and place them by myself. These 3-foot thick rock berms have hand-placed rocks 12 feet deep down to a perforated drain pipe which drains any water out of the lower floor and out of the house. There are screened air vents with operable shutters above the living room windows. There are 1-foot high clerestory windows along the top of the living room wall. A glass storm door leads out to a small balcony. This wood stove is adequate to heat the upper floor during the winter. The lower floor does not usually need heating. Glass kitchen shelves show the natural rock walls. Most of the wood in this house came from my neighbor's barn. which I got for free by tearing down and sharing the lumber with him. I like to read. Now I like computers. I used to like to read. Here's the pool with our glass door leading to steps down to below the house. The bathroom wall used to be underground, so it's a different color than the upstairs walls, which were exposed to the elements. I updated the bathroom to include a tankless electric water heater. The whole house water pump is now used to increase the pressure. I installed new tile and a new tub. Here is a really quiet bedroom with a barn board headboard. The new water pump and plumbing is not really necessary, but makes it feel like we're in town. Here's my design for a new ventilated cistern cover. I discovered after a few decades of using mineral water that if I lower the water level in the cistern to allow air to come in contact with the water, it makes the water crystal clear. It is now much better than the murky, foul-tasting water that I have been drinking for so long. This is still just masonry cement and sand smeared onto metal plasterer's lath, but it blends the surroundings better now. Here's what the woods look like around the house. It's peaceful out here. New cistern cover. And there's the house. See, you can hardly notice the cistern cover down there now. I enjoy being around people and I like giving house tours. I enjoy all the nice comments on my videos. Thank you for watching.